afternoon, YouTube. That sound is the most popular intro on the internet. The great music for our KSR happy hour presented by Country Boy Brewing. I am your host, Drew Franklin, and joining me today we have Nick Roush, who is live in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, OHIO. Well, 4th of July celebration, got my red, white, and blue on. Yeah, fired up. It's picnic weekend in St. Henry, so we get I get to play some bingo, spin the big six wheel, drink some Busch Lights and some cheese, eat some cheeseburgers. Yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm sure there will be some fireworks on Saturday. So fired up to celebrate America's 250th birthday up here.
I'm glad you made it back to see family. Glad to have you on here. We have Zach Gagan, who was on campus earlier. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, as always, shout out to Country Boy Brewing, our longtime sponsor here at KSR's Happy Hour. Country Boy was founded in the heart of Kentucky by true blue Wildcat fans. You can find them in Total Wine, Liquor Barn, Kroger, all over the state. Or you can go out to Georgetown, hit up the tap room. They got the one on Chair Avenue, and they have the PKL location, which, guys, I went to a couple nights ago. Ooh. Had family in. My wife's dad and stepmom, brother flew in from Denver with his wife. We had family everywhere, and father-in-law wanted to play golf, and I said, hey, it's 90 degrees outside. Let's not do that. So we ended up at the simulator over there and had a great time, had dinner with I guess they call it the Country Boy Kitchen. Fed about 7 people over there. So we had a great time at the PKL Country Boy location. So if you're not drinking one, get out and find one of those places around Lexington, or go to stores, or like me, I have one right now. I haven't had one the last couple weeks. I feel like I can't do 3 straight happy hours without. What do you got there? No free shout outs, but what do we have?
My classic V8 energy that I'm one a day on these, sometimes 2. I'm getting my fruits and my veggies as well. Probably not as healthy as a Country Boy, to be honest. I think Country Boy I would actually feel a lot better if I had a Country Boy right now than a V8, but oh well.
Well, I'm getting my fruit. I have my favorite of the summer. Actually, it's kind of a tie with Key Lime Cougar Bait. I love them both equally, but the Hillbilly Hustle, which is blackberry lemon, if you can read that.
Ooh.
And the Hillbilly Hustle glass to match.
Oh my gosh.
A little backstory. Hillbilly Hustle is a book by a guy, I think he's from Richmond, Wes Brown. What's that?
Rich what?
Richmond, the town.
Rich what?
Richmond. What are you doing?
I don't know the gym.
Coach Carter? Nobody? No. Very important movie in my childhood. Maybe I threaded the needle at a different time. That is a great looking pour, Drew.
And look how it highlights Hillbilly Hustle. I got the glass to match the beer. I'm looking forward to this. After we get done here, I'm going out to the grill. I'll be honest, it probably won't be the last Hillbilly Hustle I had.
Ooh, grill beer. I know you're big on the post-Swan Mo beer, Drew. Grill beer is like my favorite specific setting beer, because man, it goes down just so fast. Grilled beer turns to grilled beers very quickly.
I've been getting into the post lawn mowing beer as well. Ever since Drew has suggested that to me, that one, especially when it's this hot outside, I'm not gonna I usually cool down for like an hour or something, and then I'll go out to a restaurant and just one crisp beer. It can be the worst beer I've ever had in my life, but it goes down differently after you've been in the hot sun all day.
See, I sacrifice one of my arms when I'm done mowing. I don't cut it off, but it has to hold the beer. I don't know about you all. You should clean up your clippings, your trimmings. So I get the leaf blower.
I got the bag. I do the bag. See, I'm wasting time with the bag, I know, but it just looks better for me at least. So I do the bag. It takes so much extra time.
But if I'm leaf blowing, there's the blower in one hand and beer in the other. It's actually probably not that productive to occupy one of my hands. But every time after I mow. Also, before we get started, why do I look like Mitch Barnhart here? Let's breathe a little bit. Let's let that out. I just saw myself. Have I looked like that all day? Oh, God, I'm embarrassed. Well, like I said, I'm heading to the grill after this. Got a little kebabs going. But if you're not grilling, how about Parlor Pizza, our other favorite sponsor of the KSR Happy Hour? There's a new location popping up by me out in Hamburg and Lexington. I check on it daily. We still have a little ways to go, but it's coming along. I drove by one in downtown Louisville on my way to the show earlier. Mm-hmm. You've got the one out on Harrisburg Road. I believe there's one in Richmond, but check it out for award-winning pizzas, wings. I don't get this bit. Rich, what?
I don't either. I'm here for the ride.
See, that was the name of the team that Coach Carter coached, and that was their chant. They would say, "Rich, what? Richmond." It's good. Yeah. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson, great basketball coach. You
He
know,
was.
up to no nonsense.
Well, he'd probably like the pepperoni bombs, the wings, and that homemade ranch we talked about on here last week. That's now going to be part of my Parlor Pizza shout-outs from now on. Jack likes to shout out the hot honey, which is delicious, but their homemade ranch is maybe one of one in the ranch game.
All right, this is allow me to sidetrack us immediately.
Please.
But
I think we started off track.
A good homemade ranch is outstanding. Don't get me wrong. This is me not hating on ranch, but this is me admitting that I'm expanding my horizons some, and I'm giving blue cheese a chance. And you know what? It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's not that I
love
don't
blue cheese.
dislike blue cheese. It's just I think ranch is just you're a couple tiers higher than the blue cheese, especially like you get the restaurant made ranch. That's
no,
you can drink. You got people from Europe coming over here bringing bottles of whatever Hidden Valley back, to their countries from the World Cup because they love it so much here.
I think part of it, Drew, is that as I get into my older age, I'm really finding an affinity for stinkier foods like this. The more pungent the flavor is, the worse that'll make my breath smell, the more I like it. And so, whether this is some sort of potato salad or now we're like, I tried a pickle before I got on the show, atomic spicy pickle. You know what? Is it going to make my breath smell great? No, but I'm going to eat a couple, right? I'm going to give it a shot. Same thing with blue cheese. My dad and my father-in-law, big blue cheese guys. And I was like, you know what? It was on sale at the grocery store. I was like, let me try some of Ken's blue cheese and see how it goes. And you know what? I've had some of Ken's blue cheese about every day this week, and my breath is just, it is pungent.
I can't smell you. You're okay.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I just wanted to put it out there that I am, they say when you get older, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Life gets boring. I'm finding ways to explore different parts of life in my, as I approach middle age. And some of that is just eating stinkier foods.
Blue cheese has been a favorite of mine forever. I didn't have to get old to love blue cheese. Even Holly, or maybe our most regular commenter here on the Happy Hour, she says it's superior. Holly also asked where my blue Raz is. Got to take a few plays off with the blue Raz. That thing is all gas, no brakes, and I'll stick with the Hillbilly Hustle today.
Well,
while we're talking blue cheese, which is why everyone here is here. We went to Buffalo cover 0 for the Bills game last year, and Buffalo's known for their wings.
Mm-hmm.
But just us talking here, their wings are their blue cheese up there. I don't know if it's imported from Canada, but that's what makes them better. So they get all the credit for the actual wing. It's not the wing that sets them apart. It's the blue cheese you get everywhere in Buffalo. That's what they need credit for.
I can totally see that. It checks out. I worried about that too when you all went up there. Like the buffalo wings could get, because like you can make buffalo wings anywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's not just that. You can make them well pretty much anywhere. But I'm glad you did give that shout out to blue cheese. You talked about all gas, no brakes, Drew. Like there's a lot of people stepping their foot on the gas this weekend for 4th of July. I may have stepped my foot on the gas last night because the World Cup was happening. And we had to do it for America, right? Like I had to have a couple extra country boys to get America over the hump. And we should have won by 100. Am I fair? Right?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely should have been more than 1-0 at halftime. Had a lot of good looks in the first half. How many country boys are we talking here? Are you feeling it today? You have to put an exact number on it, but like how deep into the country boy case did we get?
We found the bottom. We found the bottom. We found the bottom. And we had a little anniversary dinner too before. No kids. The no kids really just opens the door for you to really search for the bottom of that. We had a good time. And I may have been feeling it a little bit this morning, but you rehydrate, you get ready to roll. I was not as upset as our producer Stephen Peak at how the game unfolded last night. Don't get me wrong, I was plenty upset that our baloney head. I like to just call him baloney because Balogun.
It's like Halligan, but with a B.
Bologna. Bologna, very underrated deli meat too.
That call was baloney. That's what it was.
There we go.
They weren't calling anything this whole tournament, and then they just gave him a red because he stepped on his ankle. How was that?
I guess Messi did the same thing recently too and didn't get a card for it, so that's why everyone's really up in arms about it. Is like there's some shocker. There's inconsistencies with the way sports officials call games. Crazy, I know, but yeah, I guess I don't know anything about soccer to know if that was really a red card or not, but
no,
definitely
there's got to be a little bit of intent. There has to be some intent in the live. They didn't call a foul originally. It's this stupid VAR. What is it?
VAR.
Video action review.
Action, yeah.
Video assisted review.
There we
Video
go.
assisted review. And then the still picture. We don't need all that. It's bang bang. We saw what happened. They collided. When you condense it down to a split second, it shows his foot hitting the back of his ankle, but that's not how it's supposed to be. There was no intent. I feel like red cards, they're too aggressive, and we finally last night, we have more eyeballs on soccer than ever, and people are getting excited, and now we're seeing one of the worst parts of soccer, and people are like, now that's why we don't like the sport, because that nonsense. If you get 2 yellow cards, that's at least you've committed 2 infractions. Sure, you should be penalized. You've done it twice. But just 1 split second cost him the second half and the next match. It was a bad look for the game, and it was bullcrap.
That's the bad part. Is how you're gonna knock him out the whole next game? Like, let's do like a half. Like if you get the red card in the second half of a game, you sit out the rest of that match, and then you sit out the first half of the next match, or something like that, and then you can come back in this. Like, I don't like that seems a little ridiculous. What I hate about World Cup is these. I mean, how much stoppage time do we need for these games? We're basically playing extra halves at this point. Like, it was like an extra 19 minutes of game time in the game yesterday from the first and second half just with stoppage time. I don't know. When I was watching the World Cup back in my day growing up a whole 10 years ago, it was 5 minutes was a lot for stoppage time. Now it's like you're getting 9 and 10 minute stoppage times. I hate that. That's my one big bone to pick with the World Cup right now. I'm not going to pretend I know all the intricacies of the rules of the world's game, but the stoppage time is silly.
You could hear the crowd groan when they announced the time, too. It came through the TV of everyone like, 10 minutes.
1,000 degrees outside. You're making them run around more.
To your point, Drew, it wasn't just that they gave our best player, our striker, who has 3 of our 5 goals in the tournament, a red card. It's that they had 2 offsides calls, too, overturned goals, which I understand why the rule is the rule. It's like if you were to start a play, if Myles Garrett is if he can start on the other side of the line of scrimmage, then he's going to get 30 sacks a game. Like I get it, but in the World Cup, it seems like they only call it whenever something awesome happens, right? Like that's the part where casuals like us are like, all right, something cool happened. Now let me look around. And that's the part of this whole VAR thing that annoys me. I get it. You want to get calls right. But I feel like we're in the college basketball mode where anytime something good happens, you just have to look around and be like, okay, was it actually good, or is there some call that's going to wipe this off? That part has kind of sucked about this experience. But the good part is that we are awesome. And unlike some people, I am not giving up hope like Stephen Peak is. Peak is already he's already just quit. He's quit the World Cup.
He turned it off after the red card.
I heard he moved to Belgium. He's moving to Belgium.
Yeah, he's already speaking Belgianese. He's making waffles, right? Like he's already conceded. We are America. We are at our best when our back's against the wall, when we're underdogs, which, by the way, we're still not underdogs. I know Baloney is our best player. Pulisic is our best player. He just has been hurt and hasn't played like it. They just broke the glass. That's Stone Cold's glass breaking. He's coming in to play his best in this game. And here's the other part, too. Belgium is old. They stink. I was watching that game, and I'm like, God, Belgium, will you please do something? Like, I do not want to play the Senegal team. They look good. You are old farts who are bigger, a little bit more physical. I love it. We're gonna play this card that our backs are against the wall, even though we are, I think, a slight favorite on Monday. Like, I kind of like that this adversity is really just going to – I think it's going to harden us, and it's going to make us even better, more fired up, go kick some Belgium ass on Monday in the round of 16.
If We handle our business on Monday. This red card can be a good thing. Imagine the hype playing Spain and he comes back after getting screwed and having to sit out a match. If we can just win this one on Monday, what a storyline and fuel that will be going against Spain. If it's Spain, they're on right now. I'm watching them. They're playing Austria 1-0. Also, Nick, to your point, they just had an amazing goal called back because of an offsides. All the good moments wiped away happened a few minutes ago. But, you know, we would prefer to have your boy Baloney on Monday, but the storyline, if they can still win without him and him making that return against one of the favorites, will be awesome in the following game. But one at a time.
The celebration he did after the one offsides goal, he did the LeBron. I was like, damn, that was so cold. And then they just wiped it off. I'm like, oh man, like he did the. Oh.
Adam his first goal scorer too. That hurt. Maybe like turn around.
How many times have you seen a free kick goal? How many times do you think you've seen one of those?
That's like nasty.
I can count on one hand how many times I've actually seen it like live on TV happening.
That's truly one of the best goals in U.S. soccer history. That was nasty.
Okay, all right. So you pay closer attention to U.S. men's national team than I do. I said that out loud. I was like, this is the best soccer goal I've ever seen my team make. And because like the Landon Donovan one that got us to the group stage 8 years ago, I guess it was cool just because it was during extra time, I believe. And like the dramatics of it all. But like this was just sick. Like,
it had to be perfect.
They had like the whole entire team lined up. We were talking, like it was a group of us watching. It's like, how many guys are they going to put in this wall? And he still got it through. That was incredible.
The only thing it might give Donovan the slight nod is that was a tie game to go up in stoppage time. I mean, U.S. was already up, but it's still, we were worried being down a player and they were threatening. So it's up there. It's those two for sure. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but that was incredible.
I love Rosie saying, I think Doug Shows was on the field last night.
I saw a lot of, does that ref have am I even allowed to say
a roofing company? I'll say it for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Zach will say it.
I might still get a call on that.
All right. Another thing I need to bring up on this happy hour. I mentioned LeBron James. He's got to go home, right? Zach, you gotta bring him home, don't you?
It's your boy.
It's Cleveland. I've got a little pennant over there. Yeah, I think it's happening.
Like, you think it is happening?
Yeah, I think he's coming back to Cleveland.
Does he take Bronny with him?
Well, he did the.
I'm not joking. If you're gonna carry him around, ending it with Bronny back home would be cool.
Well, the Lakers did guarantee they guaranteed his deal or whatnot. So Bronny, unless they want to trade him, but bring him on. You know, I'm fine with that. Back to Bronny's original hometown too. But I think that's happening. I don't have.
Can we bring Ilgauskas back too? What about
Big Z?
Deli? Bring Deli back.
Deli was hanging out with him in wherever they traveled to Europe last week when they were having the time of their lives. I was smiling like a little kid in a candy shop watching all those videos of Richard Jefferson and LeBron James just cursing and swearing at each other playing golf with their gray beards. It was actually very, very fun and kind of cool to just look back on that. So like, you know, you see LeBron play now and you just forget that he's 42. But then when I see him with his other old guy friends and see how old they are, and I'm like, oh yeah, like LeBron is he's really leaning into the gray right now. Like, I mean, the guy's he's about to be it's about to be silver by the time the season starts. Like I'm sure
to be a grandpa. He's going to be a grandfather playing in the National Basketball Association next year.
Hey, give him the guy could play another 20 years. Maybe he gets his grandson in the league too. First guy to throw him a lob. First grandson to grandfather connection.
I want him to finish in Cleveland because
the Sixers will be interesting now, though. That could be a spot for LeBron.
It's just having
Golden State makes too much sense though, too.
Like LeBron's the worst damage he did to, like, when people talk about all of the bad things, they're just exaggerating because they're haters. But the one bad thing he did was like make it a thing where you should move around. Like players should move around and do whatever they want. That like that's part of his legacy. It just is. So like for him to show, I don't want to say loyalty, but like that like there is some connective tissue between him and Cleveland to come back for a third time. It would be kind of funny, but also it's kind of like he would be an awesome fit, like for what they have right now. I mean, you need a little bit of extra oomph. But get rid of James Harden too, though. Like I can't.
Please.
I don't.
Not by me. Yeah. Kick him
Seriously,
out.
take out James Harden, put him in there, and like you can see a path where this could be something fun here.
You want to know something odd was, when LeBron did the decision when he moved to Miami the first time. Do you know who was in attendance as one of the kids that was like for the charity that was being sponsored? You know who was there for that? Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was there, which I think is one of the craziest things, like just one of those weird like full circle moments, because obviously Donovan Mitchell was like 9 years old when that was happening. And now he has the chance to play with LeBron all these years later in Cleveland. Is kind of like just kind of crazy to think about.
That's insane.
Do you know where James Harden was during the decision?
Arizona State?
Strip club. Yeah, he was at a strip club when LeBron did that. Had Donovan Mitchell in the crowd with the Boys and Girls Club, and James Harden was in the back room.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going out of order here since we're on the NBA. What are the Celtics doing? Now, I've seen the case that they were just offloading his deal, his big contract. But you can't do that for a star when you're a title contender. I mean, you're not in a rebuild here. I think it is absolutely madness, like everyone else on the internet. Our boy Jack Pilgrim, I wish he were here to cry on camera for us. But they just –
real tears.
The Sixers are a legit contender now. That's a rivalry, and you just hand them over for Paul George? What are we doing?
I would like to give credit to this person who shared this message on social media, but they really, I think, were just trying to get rid of their Psycho Brown, and this was the player to be named later when they got A.J. Brown. So, A.J. Brown goes to the New England Patriots, and
same thing.
The Boston Celtics are like, all right, you go to Philly too. I just think it's insane. Like, I understand wanting to, like, all right, this isn't going to work with Jaylen Brown anymore. We got to get rid of him. Surely there was another team that would take on his deal that wasn't the Sixers, right? Like anywhere but the Sixers or the Knicks.
They were one Hugo Gonzalez away from landing Giannis Antetokounmpo 2 weeks ago. Baylor Shireman. They didn't want to include Baylor Shireman, so they didn't get Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's obviously some sort of piece of information that is being lost in all of this that has not been reported yet, because there's no way you can justify this being a good trade right now. Like maybe in the long term, maybe it pans out, the picks or whatever, the draft assets are cool and all that. Brown's contract is really big. I think his game will age well regardless, but Brad Stevens is not an idiot. I mean, it's easy to call him an idiot right now because this trade looks idiotic, but he just won, GM of the year or whatever it was. He's obviously a very smart guy. So either my theory is that Jaylen Brown, they'd already burned the bridges. The bridges have been burned. Yes, I'm about to windy it here. So The bridges had obviously been burned. I think that Jaylen Brown was about to go public with a big trade. Like he was about to say, like, you have to trade me. He was going to make it public. It was already kind of public, but not really reported like that. They included him in the whole Giannis thing, and that obviously pissed him off. But I think he was about to go public with it, and he said, if you don't trade me right now, I'm going to make this a lot worse for you. I'm going to tank my trade value even more, and you're not going to be able to get anything for me. But like you said, Nick, there's no way you couldn't have got a better deal than this. There's just there's no reason to not wait a week, a month, 5 months, a year. You have Jaylen Brown under contract for the next 2 years after this, or 3 years, 2 or 3 years, something like that. You have him under contract. I know it's a big contract, but you effectively just salary dumped him for a guy who's worse and plays half the games. Paul George has played 70 games the last 2 seasons. He looked okay last season. It's parts of last season because he missed a quarter of the season because he was taking PEDs. So he was all healthy coming in whenever he's playing. So he's not that good right now. He's going to be 36 years old. Jaylen Brown's a lot younger. There's no way you couldn't have got a bet. Like, championship windows are tiny. The Celtics had a window that was open. They won a title a couple years ago. The window is gone now, or it's a lot smaller right now. Jason Tatum is not going to be pre-Achilles injury Jason Tatum right away starting next season. It's going to take him some time. It might take until the next season before he's actually good again. Mitchell Robinson and Paul George are not going to make up for the fact that you just lost Jaylen Brown, who was 6th in MVP voting, led a team that was supposed to be bad to 50-something wins, was a finals MVP, whatever it was, whenever he won that. It really is just kind of mystifying. I don't know if y'all have seen the Bill Simmons stuff of his reaction to it. I haven't listened to the full podcast yet, but it's going to be appointment TV or listening once I do. But he was in the middle of a colonoscopy, I guess, when it happened. And he came out and he said, I had a camera shoved up my ass, and then right afterwards I had Paul George shoved up my ass, which I just thought was great podcast stuff from Bill Simmons. He's the GOAT at this stuff for a reason. But the trade literally makes zero sense. It can make sense in the future. I understand why people are trying to justify it that way, talking about the picks and everything. And the new lottery odds can make it a little bit different to where you can be a middling team and get a top 3 pick. But there was absolutely zero reason to trade Jaylen Brown right now, when his trade value was arguably the lowest it's ever been since he's been like a superstar player. So I thought it was stupid. I feel bad for my friend Jack Pilgrim. Maybe in a couple of years, this will all kind of yeah, I'm sure you don't. Yeah,
he went to the Super Bowl last year.
They won a title.
I don't feel bad for Boston fans, sports fans. They need
like they deserve bad things to happen to them.
Well, this is a bad thing because this was ridiculous, and I honestly can't believe that people are trying to justify it too, and saying that, Brad's, like, I've seen people, whether they're being ironic or not, on Twitter saying that, Brad Stevens, he's got his ace up his sleeve, he's thinking he's playing chess over here. Like, the guy's playing like, shoots and ladders or something like that. Like, he's not playing a real board game. I don't know what he's doing. I think he got backed into a corner and he panicked. I think essentially just traded this guy for no reason, traded a second team all NBA guy for, it was effectively a salary dump. That's what they did it for. Like, it's the same amount of money, more or less, but just an extra year on Jaylen Brown's contract. So I don't get it. I'm sure there will be some sort of more information that comes out, more reporting talking about why Brad Stevens did it. But until I hear all that, it seems so stupid.
Well, we'd rather have Paducah Paul than Paul George. Shout out Paducah Paul. We just got a $10 super chat. That's what those are called, right?
Yeah.
He says, "Hey guys, good to see you. Good to see you too, Paducah Paul. Glad to have you. Do you think this baffling trade makes Brad Stevens look bad if he was ever to come back to college? Paul thinks he will still come back to add a national championship." Thanks, Paul.
I think people are willing to do whatever they would have to do to get Brad Stevens to coach their college basketball team, and they don't care in the slightest what he did in the National Basketball Association. Now, I think there is
still won a title a few years ago,
It's the same thing with Billy Donovan for me, where I'm just like, what makes you think that they will be a good college basketball coach? Right? Like, they are different sports. And, even to go back to the Dusty May thing, like, I think Dusty May wanted
of how much he hates it here in college.
Yeah, right. Like, it's one thing from like NFL and college too, but like NBA is not anything like what college basketball is. So like, to just assume and guarantee that they're going to be great coaches, like that's whenever the Billy Donovan stuff was being whispered about. I want no part of Billy Donovan ever at Kentucky. I don't care. Like, dude, he turned us down twice. You're still going to go back to that? Like, you can't. You have some respect, Big Blue Nation. Like, this guy coached the team that you hated for a very long time. He won them national championships. He turned you down, and you still want him? Screw that asshole! Like, I do not want Billy Donovan to represent the University of Kentucky.
We have an update. We have a goal. I can't do it like that one guy. Spain's up 2-0. We're getting closer and closer to maybe playing Spain. Just a little update for the World Cup if anyone cares.
Is a very fun name to say. I'll give him that. Lamine Yamal.
2-0, most dangerous lead in soccer.
That's right.
The Spanish call of that first Mexico goal the other night. When they were in that 1 hour delay, it made me think about how rowdy the crowd was at Kroger Field for that 1 hour delay. Or hell, it was longer than that for the Southern Miss game.
Yeah.
I guess, was that Brock Vandegrift's first year? Or the Brock Vandegrift year?
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah. And we had the LED lights, and they were just going around the stadium. All right. That was for Southern Miss, Kentucky. Imagine what it's like at Estadio Azteca for Mexico in the knockout round of the World Cup. Like, that had to be a rowdy crowd during that weather delay.
I'm actually mad we don't get to hear the Spanish broadcast of this right now. I might have to lock into that later. Speaking of other things, let's get back to our own team.
Oh, basketball.
Yes.
Zach, you made a trip to campus today. Got a little hot Milan Momcilovic and Trent Noah action as part of the summer interviews where we've been getting players every Thursday. And today we had the two shooters, What were those conversations like? Anything stand out to you? I was trying to catch up, but like last week, those things are long. I'm only like a third of the way through Milan, had to hop on here. But what stood out to you?
Yeah, so I stuck with Milan Momcilovic, and Jack went with Mr. Trent Noah. So I will talk about what I remember from the Milan interview. It basically just talked about coming to Kentucky, the recruiting process, the NBA draft process. I remember he said he talked to Malachi a little bit throughout that process, not really. There was a point where he was talking with the Heroes because he played for Tyler Hero's AAU team, Team Hero, and the coach of that team is Chris Hero, which is Tyler's dad. And he said that Tyler even like called Milan when in the portal and was like, "Hey, come to Kentucky," type thing. So that was kind of an interesting little tidbit there. He did say that Trent Noah has been the best player in summer practice so far. So I guess we're just riding that roller coaster again this offseason, third in a row, just riding the Trent Noah train. So we'll see what actually happens this coming season. But talked about shooting the 10 threes a game type thing. What I will say about Milan is it's nice talking to kids that have like been around college basketball a while and are like media trained, and he's media trained, but he won't just give you the media answers. Like he kind of talks a little bit, and
he will have a conversation with you.
Yeah, he'll actually talk to you, give you real answers. Like he's fun to listen to. So I would encourage everyone to go listen to that. I think it's like 27 minutes or something. They let us chat with him. He did say that the only time he'd seen as many media people as he did today was when Kentucky media was in the Iowa State locker room after the NCAA tournament game. So the two times that he's had the most media exposure has both been related to Kentucky.
For those of us that weren't there, was it a typical turnout, or was it actually crowded, or just what you would normally see?
It was crowded. I mean, there was probably 10 to 15 people talking around him at any given point. Trent, a little bit fewer just because everyone's kind of already talked to him at this point. But Milan was great. He really was. He was honest about stuff too. He's like, I know that the Kentucky fans could be mean sometimes, so I will not get on my social media if things are going bad, things like that. So he's very aware of where he is in the situation. He did say that he was getting looks at like early second round or early second round, late first round for the NBA draft. But he straight up said, he's like, obviously the NIL was better at college in Kentucky, so I chose that over the risk of potentially slipping in the draft like a lot of guys did. So shout out to his agent for making the correct call there. But Milan was great. I didn't get to listen to Trent, but I'm sure he was just as fine. Trent's media trained. That you're probably going to get less conversational answers from Trent Noah than you will from Milan. But he was good. So if everyone would go watch that, you'd learn a lot about Milan and probably like him a little bit more than you already did.
Moneybag Paul with another super chat. Good to know things are going well in Paducah.
For no reason, yeah. That barge money, I'm telling you.
Got the barge money. They have two Taco Johns there. That's how you know they're rich.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, multiple Taco Johns. Sorry, guys, came in late. I don't feel like you were that late. You had your other comment earlier. You've been here right on time. If you talk this, are we going to fill the last roster spot, or did we put all of our stock in Milan?
Well, here's the thing. He said that he's looking. He told John Rothstein, Mark Pope did. He said, we're still looking aggressive for that last roster spot. He told that to John Rothstein. Has he talked any other time to the media? Is it just Rothstein?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's
its own topic.
Norlander like a month ago.
Okay, but he hasn't done so his players are talking, but he's not talking. Is he hosting any camps? Is he?
They're busy, Nick.
What waters are we wading into right now?
We can add the camp thing if we would like to.
So he did state media with UKSN. He didn't do the BBN Tonight is state media, but it's not even really state media, but it still technically is. But he hasn't done BBN Tonight either.
Well, he did yesterday, I think. I think that's coming out tonight.
Okay. So we got BBN Tonight. All right, we got that. All right,
with our friend Maggie Davis.
Okay.
I feel like there's more to this conversation coming from you, Nick. Are you saying you want Mark Pope to do a press conference?
Why?
And have basketball camp?
What do you like? Seriously, you're the highest paid employee in the state, and you can't answer questions about spending $20 million to build a roster. I don't know if it's $20 million, but it's probably about 20.
I'm sure.
Right. So we can't. It's not. What are we waiting on?
Well, he's got to run the steps. Did you see that video he put out today?
Yeah, it was not awkward at all. And I know he did the question thing, and it's fun, but like, just have a press conference. Like, what's the like? It's not. We're not that mean. Like, it's very simple. Like, just then the longer it goes on, the more of a thing it becomes. And like, if you're worried that people are going to ask you why you aren't hosting summer camps, then just have an answer ready. Like, it's not. This isn't hard, right? You're the basketball coach of Kentucky.
The summer camp thing doesn't impact much of the fan base, but the people that were excited for that summer camp are livid. They've got to do that. I know a lot of people that probably don't know what we're talking about. They have had the father-son, all those kid camps, father-daughters. It's been in June, going back to when I was learning how to do suicides from Rick Pitino in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And they've not put anything out yet. That'll be a huge L for something that should be easy, the summer camps. I can't believe they haven't done anything about that yet.
Just generally speaking, there's like they're putting little okay. Here's me just getting like 30 steps ahead. But if you're on KSR Plus, you saw this earlier this week on KS Board, and the title of the thread was "When Kalen DeBoer Gets Fired," and then you click on it and it says there will be signs, and the sign is that he has none of the top 10 players in the state of Alabama committed to Alabama. Like, there's always little crumples here of like, okay, something's going on here. Like, just like not having summer camps is like the most like, what are we like? It's not the biggest thing, but I've said this 1,000 times with Mark Stoops last year, with Will Stein this year. It's just how you do anything is how you do everything, right? Like, it just like what is going on over there that like you aren't having camps and you're not just like doing a press like this is just normal.
Got to figure out this last coaching spot, Yeah,
well, just come up with a canned answer. Like, it's not hard. Which maybe we do have that spot filled. Drew, you were there when Ryan dropped that scuttlebutt.
This is one of those.
Scoop.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Lemon.
This is one of those, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobbies. This was strictly Ryan Lemon Scoop. I love when Ryan just drops something out of nowhere. Actually, it was during a break. I can say this. I said to Matt, I was like, it's the camp thing. I know it's not a huge deal. We probably sound like we're whining, but people are very upset about this that we're planning on going. So I was like, man, it's looking like they're not going to do summer camps. And I was mentioning how Will Barton, who was there forever under Cal and hung around with Pope a little bit, that was one of his major parts of his job, and now he's gone. And I was like, I wonder if it's slipping because Will's not there. And then Ryan just out of nowhere is like, by the way, the current director of ops is going to move over to assistant. Where'd that come from? So Scoop says that, Scoop's success rate isn't always the best lately, but he believes, I think he backed it by saying if they don't get Jamal Crawford, that's the backup plan. But that Nick Robinson, who's been there since Pope started, he's been the director of ops. You see him on the bench, would just slide over into the assistant coaching chair. Personally, if that happens and it has nothing to do with Nick Robinson, that is not a good look that you let it sit open for 4 months and just reshuffled what's already there. That basically says you couldn't find anyone else, because if you wanted him to be the assistant, you would have done that in April.
Well, and that's the I understand Ryan's sentiment, particularly the part where it's really sounded like Pope just wants an international coach to get him a couple international players, which, you know what? Yeah, you should do. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. The part that I don't get though is like, how do you not get one? I don't like. But I guess that's where he is he's struggling to find somebody to go get his international players. And so it's just like, all right, well, I'll just promote from within, which, that would be good for Nick Robinson. Would it be good for Kentucky basketball? I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know a whole lot about Nick Robinson. But to your point, Drew, another sign, right? Like, you can't find somebody to be your assistant besides your director of ops. Like,
He's also part of that 4-man front office that has been, or 4-person front office that has been introduced as well. So I guess he's effectively a quarter of a GM as well. He is wearing a lot of hats, because Pope even said that in the Rothstein interview, he said that Nick Robinson is in charge of all the scheduling. So he's doing. I mean, I think that's just part of being the Dobo. But that's sounds like the guy's doing a lot. Like he's in practices. He's coaching in practices and stuff. And that's a lot to do. I assume he's probably got a lot on his plate.
Mark Stoops had a lot of Youngstown guys on his staff, and everybody loved that. And it sounds like Mark Pope is getting a lot of Mark Pope guys on his staff, and I'm sure everybody's going to love that. So, not to be windy, but it's not looking great.
To keep us from going to negative town, because we're having fun, Steven, do you have the Nick Robinson shot pulled up? Nick Robinson hit the greatest shot in Stanford history with Tiger Woods watching on.
Oh, this was classic SportsCenter moment.
Yeah.
Like watching the old school.
February 7th, 2004. Number 2 Stanford hosting number 12 Arizona. With the Cardinal down 3, Josh Childress' three-pointer tied it at 7.
Look at Tiger.
Setting the stage for junior Nick Robinson.
Almost stolen. They've got it. 2 seconds. Robinson at the buzzer. Yes.
So awesome.
I had no idea that was Nick Robinson until right now.
And earn a number 1 seed
That's
in
him.
the NCAA.
How about the turtleneck on Tiger Woods, too? Imagine, I'm just hitting that shot's incredible. Maybe he taught Owe how to do it, but having Tiger Woods in the crowd just adds to it also. A young Tiger Woods with his hat on backwards.
2 years after the Tiger Slam, too. Weird seeing Stanford number 2 next to their name in college basketball.
They were good. Even when I was growing up, they were good. When they had the Lopez twins, and they had like some runs.
Mark Madsen.
The Mad Dog. Stanford, I heard, is one of those places if you go to, you just don't if you want a recruit, don't let them go on a visit to Stanford, because they'll be like, oh, well, this is just heaven. Like, why would I go anywhere else?
I've driven through there. I didn't actually get out and go on campus, but it is insane.
That was a guy I played AU basketball with. He had like Notre Dame and a bunch of other football offers, and he went to Stanford and was like, yeah, no, I'm going here. I don't know if he was that good there, but Tate got a full ride to Stanford. I'm sure he's doing well for himself. So shout out to Boone County's finest. Speaking
of doing well, Paducah Paul with another super chat. Paul, we're going to have to send you a 1099, or you send us one with all this money transfer in here. Said he's never been on a barge. That's for you, Zach. These donations are for you guys in Peak. Love his shows when he shows his grandpa dad notes. I grew up the same way. Steven's off camera. He's back there. But the thing he did with his grandfather years ago is like the greatest thing that's ever been on YouTube. Steven, I don't know if you can chime in, but everyone go find that if you haven't seen it already. I don't know what we'd search. What would you search, Steven? How could they find that?
It's on our YouTube channel. Just type in if you type in KSR explains, it'll be one of the first ones to show up. It was from the LSU game when Malachi hit the shot. It's my grandfather's final game keeping stats. So it was a cool moment.
It was like the epitome of being a UK fan. It'll get you teared up. So thanks again, Paducah Paul. We'll see you in a few more minutes when you throw us a little more money.
I love that Peak right now is just in the process of using old VHS tapes to make YouTube videos, which feels very meta, but it's awesome. I think he's got some old football ones too. So I'm fascinated to see what we can pull out of those.
Let's skip a few back down our timeline there since we've been going out of order. Nick, you seem very worked up about colors in the Southeastern Conference, specifically those at South Carolina. What are they doing? Could you imagine if they did that to us?
I'm just fascinated that this is a possibility, that in the year of our Lord 2026, Nike, the swoosh, them, they print money. They've got more money than God, and they are paying South Carolina $70 million over the next 7 years. It's a $10 million a year deal. And as a part of this deal, they're going to get them new uniforms, and they're starting to make all their stuff. Well, they don't have South Carolina's color. They don't have their school color. So this is what South Carolina, this is South Carolina's color, right?
Oh, nice.
You see that? Yeah.
Look at this technology.
Beautiful. Wow.
It looks like South Carolina garnet. This is what Nike is putting their stuff on. That's not the same thing.
It's a different Pantone.
What do you mean they don't have the color? Do you have to have trademarks on these colors or something?
That's the part that it is almost impossible.
Color number 01496-2,
Yeah, that too. When they said that their colors, they're grouped together. So when they tried to pull out a garnet, to match South Carolina's, Nike's color palette for garnet doesn't look like South Carolina's. It looks like Alabama's or Georgia's. Like, it's just different. So they're like, all right, we got to do something different. And they had reporters at stores, and you could tell based on whatever the material was, it's just a lighter red. It doesn't look like that dark. I know they call it garnet. I think of it as almost like a burgundy sort of deal.
Wine.
But
Cavaliers would call it wine and gold.
But it is. It's like a deeper, darker, and instead Nike is giving them a lighter one, which it cracked me up because as part of their rollout, they're like, Nike, we're back. And the uniforms they showed were all black because they knew that they were going to get made fun of for not having the garnet color. Oh,
Did you all hear the related to colors? Did you all listen to Unpopular Opinion Day yesterday? Because I want to ask you about one of the unpopular opinions.
I read
there's
your
one of
post,
them.
so I know the big ones.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to bring it up, man.
I know what it
Sorry,
is.
man.
Possibly been.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it is not. If you wear
Easy,
any
man.
color other than white as a basketball team in your home arena, you deserve to lose that game. You don't even deserve to be on the floor. It is no, never, ever, ever. The Dallas Cowboys, idiots. Those blue jerseys. In football, you wear dark colors at home and you wear light colors away. In basketball, you wear white at home and your dark colors away. Now, if you want to do a fun jersey every once in a while at home, fine. Like we had like the Bill Kitely, like grays. Those uniforms sucked, by the way. Those were awful. But like,
Denims,
you want to do like
it's light colored though.
it was too shiny. It was weird. That was a weird deal. But like the black uniforms, I remember Patrick Patterson wearing it. That was cool. Wear that at home once or twice, whatever. You did not wear your road jerseys at home. NBA teams do it, and I hate them all. And it's just another way the NBA is ruining the sport of basketball.
Oh,
It's actually not the one I was going to bring up.
But it makes me so mad. And I heard that. I wanted to jump through my computer. Now, he is correct that the blue uniforms look great. Like, I kind of like when we're the lower seed in the NCAA tournament for that reason. Just like, okay, we're going to see the blue a little bit more often. But you don't wear blue at home. You just don't. You do not wear road uniforms at home. Oh, sorry.
Here, get your drink of water. Do you need to go outside? So the one I was going to bring up isn't that one, but I'm glad you made that clear. It's it's in the same genre. Did you hear the one where the guy said that Kentucky is just generic by being lazy with blue-white, which is one of the most common, and that Wildcats are the most common mascots, and that our name is just Kentucky? I don't know really what you can do about the name. Lots of state universities that just have the name. But, after he said it, there is a little bit, too. We didn't branch out much with our mascot or our color scheme. Have either of you thought about that? Or
I mean, how old is the Wildcat? 100 years old at this point? Like, I imagine every team that was making a team back then was Bulldogs or Wildcats. Like, my high school was the Bulldogs, the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs.
Those are the two most common.
Yeah. So I mean, sure that maybe they took but you can't change it now. What are you going to change it to? First of all, you can't change it now. You can't be the Kentucky Thoroughbreds or whatever stupid horse related thing they'd probably go with. You gotta keep it. And blue and white's great colors. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, didn't they used to be like a green at one point, like long ago as well? Like, do you want to go to green and yellow or something stupid? Come on, that's a bad opinion.
So the part that
unpopular opinion, if you would.
Unpopular, some might say yes.
When he mentioned like our sort of lack of tradition, I think there's a reason behind that, and it's because Kentucky was the first school to care about sports. If you go through the history of college athletics in the 50s, like we peaked in the 50s. I mean, I hate to say it, but we peaked in the 50s. We were the first school to like care and spend money on sports. And we established this sort of like, we're the best. And so from then on, we wanted to emulate what we were in the 50s. So all of our traditions are like, do a pyramid in front of a flag. Like they're pretty normal traditions, right? It's so like, but here's the other part too. All that stuff, like yes, it would be cool. But like Georgia, what's Georgia's tradition? They have bushes in their stadium. Do they care? No, it's because they kick ass. Like, just be good. Make that your tradition, right?
Love to.
Be good.
Nick, we're running low on time here. You were passionate. Well, we already saw some passion, but if you have
Yeah,
any
you saw
passion left, you requested a moment just to rant about something. So I'm just to let you have the floor here. Rant number 2 in the last couple minutes.
So here's the thing. Yeah, I did a radio show for 6 or 7 years. This is a slower time of the year, and so we would start to debate very trivial things. Time zones, a lot of time zone talk. Seasons, which is the best, which is the worst. I was very adamant for a very long time that summer was the worst, and it wasn't really even close. There was nothing to compare it to. No sports of consequence were happening. It's hot, sweaty. Just step outside, start sweating. Didn't like it. Kids are out of school. They're at home. It gets a little crowded. Gets a little hard to work from home. I think I'm willing to admit that I'm evolving, and I think, you know what, summer, pretty great. Maybe the best season, some might say.
Well, what's the reasoning here?
Well, I think the negatives are starting to turn into positives. I've just got in the pool and swam with the kids probably, I don't know, 3
older.
times in the last.
Kids are out of school for you. That's what it is. You get to see your kids.
Well, and I see them normally, but like the whole I don't have sports. Okay, that's great. I love coming on here and talking about God knows what and writing about God knows what instead of just like having to do the like, Will Stein said this. Mark, hey, we can just kind of mess around a little bit, right? Like, and you know what? I've accepted that I'm just going to sweat a little bit. Like, it's going to be hot. Deal with it. Get comfortable being a little uncomfortable. And all you sissies with your thermostats below 70, grow up. Seriously, grow up.
Right now.
Yeah, Drew, you have an excuse. You have a newborn. You have to keep like.
I actually had to turn it up because the newborn. We kept it much lower before the newborn, but I didn't want to freeze her out.
But I am one of those. When they were talking about, so what would you turn your temperature up? Would you turn it up to 78? I already do. It was 77 in my house all week because
that's a little.
I'm fighting LG&E to pay they're not going to take my money from me, damn it. They're not going to get any of my hard-earned dollars. If it's super hot outside, I don't want to put my 30-year-old air conditioning. We're not going to work it to death. We're going to turn it up. And you know what? It's going to be a little hot inside, and we're just going to deal with it. Air conditioning is a convenience that we just got like 50 years ago. If my dad could grow up without central air, then you know what? I can deal with it too. I was podcasting in 80-degree weather the other day in my sunroom, okay? The only hazard is for my laptop. I just had to make sure the laptop, I took it out of the room when I was done so it could cool down. We're embracing the heat. I like the sauna. We've got the sauna outside right now. We don't need it. So summer, you're okay in my books.
Well, can I pose a question to you too? And I never know what numbers to use for this, but I'll put it like this. Would you rather it be 95 degrees outside or 10 degrees outside?
I kind of enjoy winter. It's tough.
Like if you have
pretty
to
low though.
be outside. Let's say you have to be outside for an hour.
And here's the thing: 10 is the like, damn, it's cold. 30 is great, actually. 30,
yeah,
you got to go to the extreme.
If you had said 25, I'm all in on winter. 10's too low for me. You know, they always say you can put more clothes on.
Right.
Fix that. You can only take off so much. I'm going to go with the 95. Also, it'd be good for me. I'd be sweating out. I need to release some of that water weight.
You need heat every time. I'm heat every time.
See, yeah, and like it's the threshold for me. If you get up to 20, I'm good with 20, but down to 10, it's
then the question would change to 85 or 20.
And 85 can be like perfect too. So
yeah,
I don't know.
good.
That's what I'm saying. I'm biased right now because I'm enjoying the summer heat. If it's too hot, you get in the shade. Like,
how about 25, which is how much money Paducah Paul has sent us on the happy hour today. Thank you, Paducah Paul. He says, you're crazy, Roush. Here's a $5 bill so you turn your air down. Dude, it's hot outside.
Down to 75 today, Nick.
Beautiful.
You got $5 to spend.
Paul, we'll make sure Roush gets that directly for his LG&E bill.
So some of it for me too. I live in a 100-year-old house. It has tall ceilings. When it says it's 73, it feels like 68. Like it's like chilly. So it's a little bit different when I'm in an old house. And there's also, I'm very like the most hippie part of me is like I like to think that like if I can do one little thing to help the environment, does it actually help? No, but I'm like, you know what? Let's try to look after our Earth here. I mean, I threw some solar panels on my roof, right? Like I'm gonna grow some stuff in the garden. I'm gonna use a lawnmower that doesn't have an engine because this is me trying to help the Earth. Does it actually work?
Wait, you have a
push mower?
You have one of those mowers that's just like the blade. Oh my
just
God,
the
Roush.
real mower, yeah. Now, it's a very small lot, so it only takes me 45 minutes. But yeah, I got one of those guys. Had it for 8 years now.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
A guy down the street from me has that one. I always watch it. It's kind of mesmerizing to watch it work. I didn't know you owned one as well.
It's a good little
workout out there too, where you going back and forth and chopping the wheat you got out back too.
Yeah.
Or?
Now, every once in a while, though, I'm like, all right, I'm going to borrow the neighbor's lawnmower because this is just, I don't feel like dealing with this right now. But yeah, you know, we're trying to leave the world a better place. So that's the baby steps, right? You use the garbage disposal, chew up all the banana peels instead of letting them sit in a landfill. See, baby steps. We're trying
Look at this guy.
Trying to save our planet here, one little baby step at a time.
I didn't know you were so green. I'm proud of you, Nick. Changing the earth.
Which, by the way, pulled the first zucchini out this week. So we're ripping some zucchinis. Had my first tomato this week. So.
How'd it turn out? Good stuff.
Oh yeah. The purple bell pepper that I pulled out. It was. It did not taste the way I wanted it to taste like. So we'll just mix it in with some stuff to where we don't have to taste it.
It's Disso says Nick Roush lives in the 1800s. It is amazing you're on the internet with us today. I didn't even know if you knew the internet existed. Glad to have you here on the internet here, Nick Roush.
Does Nick sit barefoot in his garden? Yes, I love being barefoot. Like it is
Indian style guy over here, crisscross applesauce.
You saw me peek with me at Oaks. I just walk around the track with my shoes off. Like
I actually remember watching that video and thinking Nick's got his shoes off a lot. He's just walking around barefoot.
When I'm in the infield, I do not have shoes on. I'm a hillbilly at heart, right?
Feet picks, yeah.
When are you going to grow like the long dreads? Like the people that don't wash them?
I can't. Probably would try.
True. Sorry, that wasn't a shot at your hair. I was just trying to think of other granola things you could do.
I own a drug rug. Those like burlap sack hoodies. I've got one of those. Where to the press box this year?
Let's knock out a few of our questions on the board real quick. First one was actually, what do you set your thermostats to? I think we've already answered that one. Nick Calzada, Will Wolford, one of my favorite names on the board and a regular, asked if you all are Buc-ee's fans.
Yes.
Yes.
Big fan of the cheesesteak burrito they have there. If you haven't tried that one yet, very good.
I haven't tried that one specifically, but I've had the other burritos. Very good.
Yeah.
The breakfast tacos.
The chicken burrito is good. Yeah, the breakfast taco is great. But you can't do Buc-ee's all the time. Like it can't be like
it's a once every 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a road trip special. I got to go out to Rich what to go to my nearest Buc-ee's.
Yeah. Way to bring that back.
Thank you.
Trying it all together.
Disgruntled fan asked if I forgot to put a diaper on the baby. I told that story here several months ago where I took a diaper off, forgot to put one on, and it was quite the scene. I don't know if I ever provided this update, but after telling my best friends who have all recently had kids a little before me, they're all like a couple years ahead, so I get all their advice. Yeah. I was like, hey, guys, I got to tell you all, I did this embarrassing thing. They're like, don't worry, dude, we've all done it. And then I said that, and they were like, no, we've never done that, you idiot. But a couple weeks later, I changed the baby's diaper. I'm laying on our bed. She's on my chest. It's a perfect moment. We have a little bit of a blowout. Abby was just kind of a few steps away, and she's like, wait a minute, that went everywhere. And I was like, how did that happen? Oh, no. I did it again. I've done it twice. You've done it twice. Ever since then, I got a little Post-it note right above the diaper changing station to let me know to put it on. So most people do it 0 times in their fatherhood. I've done it twice in the first 2 months.
Oh, man.
Did you ever do that, Roush? You've had 3 of them.
I did recently accidentally put a diaper in the washing machine. So
a dirty one?
No, it was a clean one. It was a clean one. It was just, it got in the hamper and so
wait,
when I open up,
you own a washing machine? I picture you on your front porch, just
don't use a washboard. Yeah,
hanging it up outside,
the line outside.
But it was very like I opened up. I'm like, is this ice on the side of it? It's like, no. It was just all of the like
dirty
gel
diaper.
stuff that absorbs it. I may have done it once or twice. The thing that you will get like a year or two from now, maybe, if you try Avery in the pool, when they crap in a swim diaper, it is just it sucks. There's no, like, it keeps it in there long enough to where it doesn't get in the pool, but then when you go to change it, it's everywhere. That's not fun. That's not fun.
We did the swim diaper a few times on vacation, just like put her toes in the pool. She's 2 months. I can't be throwing her in the pool. But I was even nervous. I had like a diaper, then a swim diaper, then a trash bag, then like a hazmat suit. I did not want to be the person at the pool that did that. So I know what you're talking about a little bit, with more to come. Let's see what else we have. Real quick. Nick Niebel, overrated things about July 4th and underrated things about July 4th.
I think generally speaking, it's a little just overall overrated holiday because it's just every weekend in the summer if you get your weekends off. Like, people do on 4th of July what they do on normal summer weekends, right? Like, it's pool party, it's like
harder.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so like in that aspect of it, I think it's just generally overrated. I like fireworks on the 4th of July. I don't like them on June 26th or July 17th.
I haven't heard them since June 20th, it feels like, in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
They have not been quiet about it.
We've had them over here too.
Fireworks are, I enjoy a good fireworks show, but I did the Thunder over Louisville when I was growing up, stuff like that, and it'll be fun again whenever I have kids and things like that. But that's not something I'm seeking out right now. I'll watch from my back porch and just see what's going on from afar in downtown Lexington.
Wait, Joey Chestnut isn't competing this weekend? That can't be, the chat's got to be wrong. That can't be right.
I thought he said he was already.
Yeah, I know that
Here's a story from 30 minutes ago that says he's the favorite to win.
Yeah, he's competing. Yeah, he's back.
Minus 2,500. He's the favorite.
Man, my Frank he was eating something today and he like shoved it in his mouth like Joey Chestnut, and it just made me be like, man, I kind of want a hot dog right now. I've actually been a big hot dog guy. Like,
me too.
Me too. I don't know what's going on. It's just easy, like lunch. If I need to just pop a couple dogs. Sometimes microwave them, sometimes grill them.
Do we go the same condiment every time, or do we switch up? Because
I'm a ketchup mustard guy.
Every time.
Sometimes I'll put some relish on there if I'm feeling squirrely, but
See, a little kraut and mustard.
Ooh, okay.
I can do some kraut. Just don't have that on hand at home.
Yeah.
A fun thing that we do at the Roush House, we will do brats with barbecue sauce, which is I
can dig it.
This is a little change up here. I'm glad we're all on the same page. And I think that is the best part of 4th of July, is that like you can just truly, it's like all of our other fat holidays. We're just like, I'm just going to do it all. Like, yes, I'm going to slam 8 Busch Lights and eat 4 hot dogs and a cheeseburger and, maybe some watermelon too. But like that's
what I love about a hot dog is you can have 3 or 4 of them and like still be like, all right, let's get another one. I'll get another one. You can eat several hot dogs in one sitting.
And you know what? I don't want the jumbo hot dog. I want, like, unless it's at a turn dog at a golf course and where it's like, okay, this is a little more of a meal. I do want just give me a normal ones. Yeah, that's all we need. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this weekend. Is anything happening that's extra for 250? Like, are we just more fireworks?
We had the big fair at the National Mall, but I don't know anything else about that other than that.
Did anybody go to that?
Someone I follow on Instagram did, and they were posting from it. It did not look to be the most enthusiastic event, but she did post a picture of the Kentucky booth, so I got a Instagram story glimpse at that. They weren't serving bourbon. I feel like the Kentucky booth has to serve bourbon.
Yeah, sometimes like I know you do fairs in the summertime. July 4th in DC seems like a very hot and miserable experience. Which turns out I
thought you love hot and miserable experiences though. That's your new thing.
Well, I learned that actually back in like Teddy Roosevelt's time that like all the politicians just would go home during the summer because they didn't want to get malaria from the mosquitoes in Washington, D.C., which is just crazy to say out loud. Like, you
back in your day,
you
right?
want to get malaria, you know?
Yeah. Nick, you got Netflix? There's a lot of like new history things on there that I feel like would be your speed. I'm thinking about watching them. There's like a Thomas Jefferson show and a few others. Think about locking in this weekend.
Yeah, that's right up my alley. I've got one more Ken Burns to finish. Like I kind of they're a lot, you know, but like it's 2 hours documentary and it's kind of boring. So you really got to have the right mindset for it. But yeah, sign me up. See, this is why summer's great. We can catch up on all of these things instead of watching football. 24/7, which nothing wrong with that.
The football guy doesn't want to watch football.
No,
he wants to garden.
You just need your breaks, right? You need to have your ebbs and flows. So, we're going to ebb, we're going to flow. We're going to crack a couple cold pops. We're going to eat some hot dogs, and we're going to watch history docs while the fireworks go off in the background.
Sounds like a great time. We learned so much about Nick Roush this week. What a fun show. I didn't know you were so ancient. I knew you had an old soul, but I didn't know you were literally living in another century than the rest of us.
Might be not to say that I'm what's the word they use for like hates technology? I'm not one of those. Just a
boomer.
Just a
Luddite. Is it Luddite?
Thank you. I'm not a Luddite. But I maybe died a little,
I think it's the job. We're on our screen so much because I recently told Abby that whenever I'm done with KSR, I want to just be a rancher. I want to live in the woods. I don't want to have a TV. I don't have a phone. I want to be off the grid. I even told her that I want to start my own ranch. And I said, I already have the cowboy shoes. And then she started laughing. She's like, I think they're called boots. So I'm a little bit I'm a little bit behind on my ranching game, but when the day comes, I'm off the grid. Y'all won't see me.
Oh, man. Maybe it's time we get off the grid, too.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Enjoy your 4th of July. Nick, thanks for joining us from Ohio. I know you're with family. Tell everyone hello. Hope you get some fun time with the kids. Zach, get out there and mow and get you a mowing beer. And everyone else, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Stay safe. Get Ubers if you partake. And be careful with your fireworks. Thank you for watching KSR's Happy Hour. Thank you, Country Boy Brewing and Parlor Pizza. We'll see you next week.